You know, by now, kart racing should be its own genre. It all started with Nintendo's Mario Kart, and ever since that game, nearly every publisher has tried to clone that experience with their own characters. Nintendo still remains the king of the kart racer, but Sega's entry, developed by Sumo Digital, comes really close. There's nothing all that original about this racer, but it is a lot of fun with tons of single and multiplayer modes. The game is called Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing, and with a title like that, you shouldn't be surprised to find out that the game is a Mario Kart-style racer, but with Sega characters instead of Nintendo ones. But Sega's game doesn't stick with just Sonic. It's a lot like Nintendo's fighter Smash Bros., where it takes characters and locations from other games in the company's backlog. Games like Super Monkey Ball, Jet Grind Radio, House of the Dead, and Samba de Amigo are represented here. Even little-seen games like Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg get lots of screen time. There are about 8 racers from the start, but as you drive through the challenges, you'll earn money to buy a dozen more. The Xbox 360 version of the game has an added bonus: Banjo-Kazooie as a playable character. You can also race as your avatar, which is a lot like the Wii version where you can select your Mii character. Sorry PS3 owners, no exclusives for you. But other than the extra racers in the Xbox 360 and Wii versions, all editions are virtually identical. And that includes all the gameplay modes, achievements, and online features. The Wii version is the least pretty of the bunch, but that's only because the game is running at a lower resolution on the non-HD capable Nintendo console. But on the Wii you have the ability to choose the Wii Wheel, Nunchuck, or Classic Controller to fit your tastes, just like in Mario Kart. Probably my biggest hang-up with All-Star Racing is its sluggish frame rate. The graphics are outstanding, but the 3D engine has a hard time maintaining consistently smooth motion. This kills a bit of the sense of speed. It's not a game breaker because of the fun action, it's just hard to ignore when the flow starts to get choppy. The gameplay is pure action racing, and it is definitely inspired by Mario Kart. It shares a lot of similarities, right down to the drifting and boosting, to the weapons you use to fight off your opponents. A lot of the same strategies apply, like the ability to fight off an incoming attack by dropping items in their way. I can honestly say there's very little in the action that Sega's Racer does differently to Mario Kart, but if you're going to copy a design, you might as well clone the best there is. It's a very tight racer with great control. The track designs in All-Star Racing are excellent. There are loads of fun to race on in both the multiplayer and in the time trial solo modes. Each track is based on a Sonic game or a classic Sega franchise, and each has a fair share of shortcuts, jumps, and wild turns. Some even go upside down and through wild corkscrews. I'll still recommend Mario Kart over Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing for Nintendo gamers. Mario Kart did it first and still does it better. However, Sega's Racer is still a very enjoyable game. It's even better for 360 and PS3 owners since there are very few great kart racing options on those systems. Overall, I'm giving this racer a hearty thumbs up. Check out my full review of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on IGN.com.